Hey guys, what's happening? Vega here from Serpent X Special Forces, and I'm back. I've been away for a little bit, going to different race events in the southeast part of the United States, and kind of enjoying a little bit of time away from the community and time with the family. But more importantly, I wanted to talk to you today about a couple things. Renting Hashpower and whether or not you should do it. There's a couple things you want to consider in renting Hashpower. In my personal experience, you're going to wind up losing money, but if you play your cards right, you can wind up gaining money. There's a couple of variables you need to consider. So, I'm not talking about cloud mining. I'm talking more or less about renting actual hash power. So whether you're using NiceHash Marketplace, Zpools, Hashtap, I believe, yeah, Hashtap, or miningrigrentals.com, where you're basically leasing these machines or other people's rigs to mine a particular coin or currency for you as quickly as possible. There's a number of reasons why you would do that. Now, first off, I know a number of people that frown upon these type of renting of hash power websites, I guess you could say, or platforms. But they're not like cloud mining like hashflare.io or Genesis mining. Instead, it's just using another person's rig to boost your hash rate on a particular pool to get more of a said currency. Let's see here. So you can rent out your own rig, which NiceHash is pretty much, if you're using NiceHash, not only are you mining that algorithm, but people can lease your machines or rigs to mine that particular algorithm for some type of payment. Obviously BTC, that's what NiceHash uses. I believe most of them pay in BTC, but mining rig rentals, you can get paid in Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and Dash, I want to say. I don't think I ever turned on Dash though. So you got to be careful with these type of services. As I said, you might lose money on it. You can see my rig on Mining Rig Rentals is offline. Currently mining a different algorithm. I do like using Mining Rig Rentals to kind of keep an eye on my pool. I know there's MinerStat out there, which is pretty cool. I like that. Awesome Miner has cloud services, but those, if you have more than 2 rigs, you pretty much have to pay for the services. Well, Awesome Miner, you can have 2 rigs, but if you want cloud mining kind of control, or cloud services to kind of control and maintain your rigs, you have to pay. And MinerStats, I believe it's relatively the same thing. I think you get 2 rigs, and you still can monitor or keep an eye on everything, but anything past that you got to pay for. So I use Mining Rig Rentals every blue moon to kind of like, especially since this is on focusing, my rigs at that time were focusing on X16R. So you can see there, I have an advertised hash rate on this particular rig of 130 mega hashes mining X16R, and I have my pools pre-configured. You can see a bounce around between NiceHash, Blockmasters, Supernova, Raven Miner, and I believe the BSOD, Blue Screen of Death, pool was only for helping the homeless, just to help out that pool and kind of, well, I support the project, even though as far as a profit, it's not really that great. But that's neither here nor there. The point is I like to use Mining Rig Rentals, and you can use it too to kind of keep an eye and control. If you're mining a specific algorithm but you want to switch pools, you can easily do that from any device. Just log onto your account. And all of these websites, if you're going to rent hash power, you have to create an account, obviously. And then you have to pay with some type of currency. 9 times out of 10, it's Bitcoin. Even Mining Rig Rentals may want you to, or prefer you to, pay with Bitcoin, but I believe you can pay with Litecoin, Ethereum, and Dash, like I said earlier. So is this type of service profitable? That's a valid question. So if we do a little bit of math, we can see here NiceHash, most of the miners right now are 0.0049 Bitcoin is getting paid out per gigahash per day. And if you take that and kind of calculate the amount and how many miners you have in there, you could get a lot of a certain currency, especially since we're on the X16R marketplace. And I did something similar to this a few days ago. I actually, not a few days ago because I've been gone, so a couple weeks ago, and this is what I got. So if you can see this on the left side of your screen, so I spent this much Bitcoin over 15 hours of my time. I got 136 Raven, which is valued at 0.0002 less than what I spent. And I believe I did a similar test because I was over a time frame of around 24 hours. So in total, I got 303 Raven. I spent 0.0047 BTC, but that Raven that I achieved or I was able to obtain was only valued at 0.0039. So it's just a little bit less. You're paying more to get that amount of coin. Now, yes, you could point your rigs and you can mine the coin outright, but there's a reason why you want to implement something like this. For example, let's look at mining pool stats. Let's say on Raven coin, there's plenty of pools out there, and I know the network difficulty is really high and profit margins are low, especially since Raven coin's taken a little bit of a dip. It's still one of the top most profitable coins to mine, I believe, and it has been for a while. Yeah, it's at least in the top 5. But say, for example, we want to take this pool, let's say Ant Pool, who has a small percentage. Or let's do Raven Miner. So RavenMiner.com is a good pool. I like them. Support staff's good. I support this pool. I like it. It's not as robust, I guess you could say, as Supernova, but I want to mine this on this pool because there's not that many miners. It doesn't have a good majority of the hash rate. So I want to boost the hash rate of this pool. Well, I can use one of these renting services to rent out a certain amount of hash rate. Say, for example, if we go look at the rigs available for X16R, I could rent out a number of different rigs, and here's all the hash rate. So 1.8 gigahash, 3.2 gigahash, 220, and if I have enough BTC to cover it, I could rent multiple rigs, all pointed towards that pool, and my wallet address and information, which you can set up, and I would get a decent amount of Raven coin back. Now, I may have paid a little bit more to get that Raven coin, but not only am I helping out the pool, I'm helping out the hash rate. I'm helping in keeping the pool's hash rates decentralized, so not one pool has full control like we saw on Zcoin, but I should also get more than I would have if I pointed those rigs that I rented to supernova.cc. Because the more miners you have on the pool mining that specific block, the less of a percentage of the shares that you're going to receive out of it, or the less Raven coin you would get out of it. So you can use the hashing power that you rent to not only help a pool out, but if you play your cards right, to get more of that specific currency than compared to pools that have a lot of miners on it. And you can help decentralize the hash rate and keep everything a little bit more secure. Hashtap I haven't played around with too much for Zpool, but if we did some simple math here, like if you could see these pools like NiceHash and mining rig rentals, they show you the value in BTC, right? So that's how much I would have to pay for 12 hours right there. And I could rent up to 480 hours. Zpool shows it in MBTC. So if we say right here X16R Raven is 0.00581 MBTC, and I take that to a converter, then that's how much I'm going to pay per mega hash. So if we take that and times it by, let's say I get a rig or I'm pulling 300 mega hashes for whatever I rent or whatever I want to pay or whatever I chose, that will cost me 0.001743 BTC to rent that 300 mega hashes mining X16R. Whether I'm mining Raven or placeholders or another currency that is on the X16R algo, that is the amount of BTC I would pay. And even though I may lose maybe 0.0002 or somewhere around there as far as profit, you would do something like this. The reason you would take that loss is because you are partly aware of the market, or you see trends, or you're very good at what you do and trading, and you see that this currency is going to go up, and you don't have a mining rig yourself, so you can go to one of these places and rent hash power to mine a specific coin because you think sometime in the future it's going to go up. So say we mined a bunch of Raven, it was only valued at only 285 satoshis at that time, before it spiked up to almost 1700 satoshis. So you can reap the benefits of that. You mine 1,000, 2,000 Raven coin when it was back at 280 satoshis, and then it jumps up to 1,700. Then you can flip that. Now you made your profit, and you made a profit and then some. So if you play your cards right, renting Hashpower can help you out. Renting Hashpower can help a specific pool primarily. It can benefit because some of these pools, especially these lesser pools, Raven Miner by no means is a lesser pool. None of these pools are lesser pools. They're all playing their part in the community. But if you help these pools out because they have less miners, less network hash rate, they're having a harder time finding blocks. So if you mine on, say for example, I had this issue with Blockmasters. So I had this issue with Blockmasters where I was mining Raven specifically, but we didn't find a block, so we couldn't get paid out. Well, I could have rented a rig or a couple of rigs, hash power, pointed towards that pool, mining Raven coin, and then help us get that payout. So it's kind of, there's a lot of variables and a lot of catch-22s you got to be aware of in renting rigs, and I'm sure others will probably leave comments. If they do, check it out below. But I feel that if you play your cards right and you rent hash power that's going to be put to good use, you could knock out two birds with one stone. Not only helping out the pool and others, but also gaining a profit for yourself if you play your cards right in the long game. Now, just a brief overview about these things. So mining rig rentals, I like to put my rigs on there so I can monitor them. I had them offline. I wasn't allowing anybody to rent them, but I have had somebody rent my rigs in the past, and I even rented some myself, and that's where I got I believe the total. Yeah, there's a total somewhere. Let me see if I can pull it up for you. So yeah, I rented 3 rigs. I got an average of 440 mega hashes, and I spent 0.000081948. Now, I got some of that back. Originally, the total cost, I think, was like 0.001 or something like that. But because if you see the guy in the yellow, MN, whoever that was, advertised hash rate was 60, I was only getting like 40, 30. And mining rig rentals, if it does detect that whatever rigs you're renting or whatever rigs are being rented from you is not performing at the advertised hash rate, or there's some downtime, it's offline, what have you, you will be compensated back, which is really nice. For NiceHash, you don't see something like that. But they got so many miners on there that if you pay for a certain amount and you want a certain amount of hash rate, you're going to get it. If this miner goes down, there's going to be thousands of other miners that are going to take its place. For example, as you can see here, just in this short screen view, we got well over 8,000 yeah, so almost 10,000 miners just in this screen on the right here. So if your miner goes down, whoever's paying for the hash rate will just get a different miner to take its place. And the marketplace for NiceHash is very competitive, so you got to play your cards right here too. You don't want to put the price too high, because then you blow through whatever BTC you're using to pay for the hash rate. If you put your price too low, then you have a dead order and nobody will work on it. So there's a lot of catch-22s, and there's a lot of guides out there to how to use NiceHash and mining rig rentals. I'm just talking more or less about whether you should consider using it, what to watch out for, the variables to consider, and I hope this helps you out in deciding whether or not you should rent Hashpower, and hopefully it helps you make an informed decision. I'm sure there's some more detail I could go into, but this video is already getting too long. It's my first day back from, I think, about 2 weeks or almost 2 weeks. So like, share, subscribe, and comment below, guys. And I will catch you in the next one. And ladies. Sorry, guys and ladies. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.